When Jason was 3 years old, his mom passed away from breast cancer. Jason never knew his dad. So when his mother passed, he was living with his aunt and his grandparents. Aunt was living with, his grandparents at the time. So his aunt became his second mother until he was 13 years old. She met an American guy. The American guy was staying at the hotel where she was working at the time. She was working in the gift area. He came into the gift area to purchase gift and met her, yada yada yada. Long story short, they fell in love and all of that. So a few years later, aunt and the guy got married. They're now living in America with their kids. At this time now, guys, Jason was out of school and he was now working at Sandals Duns River as a bartender. During this time, guys, he was still living with his grandfather because his grandmother, she passed away a few years after his aunt migrate to America. So yeah, man, he's there living with granddad and keeping granddad company and all of that. And basically his grandfather was his only family member out here, because he didn't know his father and anything about his father. His mother passed away, his auntie gone overseas, and his grandmother died. So him and grandpa, yeah, he wanted to live with grandpa. And not only that, the house that they were living was a good size house because grandpa, they have money back in the days, so it was a good size house and grandpa alone lived. So yeah, grandson just live with grandpa. Working at the hotel now for years, an opportunity present itself for him to go on a work program in America. Jason didn't want to go because, like I said, his grandfather I know as his father, and leaving grandpa alone, he didn't really want to do that. But his grandfather said to him, "You're young, opportunity come but once, take the opportunity, you're going to make more money, do that." So he decided, okay, I'm going to go. So he got a lady in the neighborhood that they knew to take care of his grandfather while he was, on the work program. So now Jason was traveling on the work program for a few years, quite a few years, guys, until his grandfather passed. And that really, really took a toll on Jason because his grandfather was the only family he knew out here. Remember, his auntie gone, so grandfather alone left now and grandfather passed, so that it kind of hit Jason away, So after his grandfather passed, it took him basically a year before he traveled on the road program again. It was like his grandfather death really did something to him, so Jason he just didn't want to travel on the road program. After all of that, guys, now it was finally time for Jason to travel on the road program again. And guys, when Jason went on the road program this time, guess what happened? Jason just never come back. Jason went to stay with his aunt. Remember the aunt? Yes, his second mother, yes. So Jason went to stay with his aunt and his aunt's family. So Jason was now living with his aunt and her family and working at a particular construction company. And because Jason basically ran off in America, Jason illegal and things, so he can't get any job. So Jason's aunt husband have this friend who owned a construction business. So he asked a friend if he can, hook up Jason with a job and all of that under the, Yeah, so he did that. He hooked up Jason with a job. So Jason was working and making decent amount of money. Not a whole lot of money, but decent amount of money. Jason was contributing to bills in the house, like the food bill and, them like a bill there. So Jason was contributing and stuff. Now, while Jason was working this job, because of the location of the jobs at time, Jason wanted a car so he can travel to work because it was a distance away from where he was living. Anyway, so Jason couldn't take out a loan to purchase the vehicle. So Jason really legal like that already. So Jason really couldn't take out a loan. But guys, Jason already have his driver's license from Jamaica. So because it wasn't the first time Jason was traveling, he had already taken out his IDP from Jamaica. So yeah, man, he was okay to drive in America with his driver's license. His IDP is an international driver's permit. So with that said, now Jason was okay to drive in America. But Jason just never have no car. Jason's aunt credit score is excellent. So Jason went to his aunt and asked his aunt if she could take out a loan for him to purchase a vehicle. Remember that Jason's aunt loved Jason, because guess what? She took Jason like he was her own son from Jamaica. I must say she practically helped raise Jason after her sister died. So taking out the loan for Jason at the time wasn't a problem because guess what? Jason was working and they know Jason was working because I didn't get Jason the job. So Jason was working and they knew this salary Jason was receiving. So it wasn't a problem to, help basically her son. you know. So yes, she went and she borrowed the loan, and Jason purchased the car that he wanted, and Jason purchased a nice car. Yeah, man, a young guy not going nothing to, you know, I'm gonna want something nice. Yeah, so Jason purchased a nice car. Anyways, so Jason drove to work and all of that. Jason was, while he was working, he was paying back his aunt the money that she borrowed. So while Jason paid the aunt paid back the loan when the time come for her to pay the loan. Jason met this nice girl and their relationship was going good also and all of that. But guess what, guys? Guess what happened, guys? They had no idea whatsoever what was to be unfold. Everything changed. All illegal immigrants have to go back to their country and all of that. So you know what happened to Jason now, guys? Jason basically paid more than half of the loan already. He still had more to be paid. Jason got deported and that responsibility was now left on the aunt. I mean, she loved Jason and all of that, and Jason was like her son. So she never really stressed herself that much about it, because she said, guess what, that happened to anybody. Because not like said, it wasn't like he planned for this, but he knew this was going to happen. And furthermore, Jason was indeed, he was paying back the loan. But now that he ended up out of the country, it's not his fault. She was a understanding person and she wasn't even that worried about the loan that she had to pay. She was more concerned about Jason getting deported, because guess what? Jason is the only family member left from her parents' side, you know, and that was like really bad, you know. That was really hard on both of them, on Jason, and it was hard on the aunt and all of that. Grandfather had 2 nice cars, and Jason was basically, those cars were for Jason and the house was for Jason. So Jason offered to, when he came back to Jamaica, he offered to sell the cars to, you know, send back the money to pay the loan for the car over there. But the auntie said, no man, she could easily well sell the car over there, you know, put it up for sale or something. But she said she's not going to do that. She's going to keep the car because it reminds her of him. So she said, don't worry about the loan. You are my son. This wasn't your fault. Sorry, guys. This wasn't your fault. You had no idea this was going to happen. So she started paying the loan for Jason. Guys, sometimes stuff happens, you know, and you have no control over it. A lot of people get deported and they have no control over it. A lot of family members got deported and they left family members in debt and all of that, because nobody was planning on getting deported, you know. Especially if you are working in the country and you are contributing in some way, because once you're working and you pay a bill and buy food, you're contributing, you know. But sometimes things happen, and when those things happen, you just have to get up, brush yourself off, and just try again. Not to try again to go back into the country to get deported again, no. But try again with something else. Try life on a different level. Look at life on a different level. That you got deported, don't see it as something negative. Of every disappointment, there is some, you know, good thing awaiting. So just try again. I mean, you know you're back in your country, whether it's Jamaica, whether it's Canada, whatever country you got deported to. Try and do something that can elevate you. Because at the end of the day, we all have to try and do something for ourselves. Sad though. It is sad when you are living in a country and so many people got deported. And sometimes we don't even look at the situation, like look at their situation to say, wow, I wonder how they're feeling. Remember, those people, most of those people are living in that country in America for a long time, you know. Like years they're living in America. And then they just got deported back to our country. Some of them even born in America. And then for them to get deported back to a country that they don't know, because not because you came from a Jamaican born, or your parents were Jamaican, or your parents were Mexican, or whichever race, don't mean say you know anything about Jamaica or you know anything about Mexico. No? So for you to get deported from the country that you know, the country that you were born in, to go and live in another country that you know nothing about, it has to be hard. Remember, you already have friends in America, right? Some of them have family members in America, and then they just have to get up and pack up and leave just like that, and it has to be hard. Sometimes we don't look at it like this, but think about it, guys. It have to be hard, you know. It has to be hard. This is what I know. This is where I'm from. I know nothing else, and then I'm told you have to leave, and you have to leave today, to go to somewhere that you have no idea about. You don't know what to expect there. It has to be hard. So my prayers to you all, Wow. Sad. Guys, we have been having a whole lot of rain from the other day. Whole lot of rain. And let me give you a little joke. So yesterday it rained. We wanted the rain. We wanted to have some rain like a long time, and I've been praying, God, please, we need water in the barrels and all of that. God finally let it rained yesterday. And when I say rain, I mean a whole lot of rain, And guess what? The barrel, the barrel at the front, water was going into them. But the barrel at the back, the big barrel at the back, the one that the water run is connected to the house so we can get water in the house. That one, the catchment thing was definitely not working. It fell down and no water went into the barrel. So this morning my husband woke up and he was like, we went around there to check if the barrel was full. The barrel was completely empty. So I said, oh my goodness. So God, after we asked for the water and God provided water, we don't catch none of our barrel on the back. So I'm like, God, please let it rain today again. But guys, I'm sure the sky looks like it's going to rain. And I'm grateful for that. I hope it rained just like what it rained yesterday, or even more. So the big barrel can full of water. Yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Stay blessed, stay safe. Remember, God loves you. We love you too. So it seems like we're gonna get some rain, and that is good. We need the rain, we need the water to fill up the barrel, so that will be good. Over there you can still see some bright clouds, like there's sun, but this is where we watch when we're gonna get our rain. Yeah. Once there's dark clouds over this side and at the back, and you can see the back part is the dark clouds are coming in. Once there are dark clouds over there, we're in luck for some good rain. Yay. Alright guys, bye.